How whales operate is something that a lot of people don't actually pay attention or don't actually understand, but I'm gonna tell you exactly the scheme and how the mentality of a whale it is when they actually join and buy a coin early and when they get out. So I'm going to take a random example, which is Shiba Inu, and a lot of people believe, and we also had on our early days this kind of perception that if a coin gets on centralized exchange, it's the best bullish thing ever. So back then on the early days in 2017 and the last and also a little bit the start of the 2020, the 2021 bull run, we kind of had this perception and we were tracing the coins that were listed on Binance, so we'd open a long position and was this kind of mentality like a rush to jump on stuff that get listed on Binance or all those major exchanges, because based on our theories, most of the projects that actually listed on Binance went like crazy, right? They pumped like hell. But the thing is like this was kind of changed later on, and this is just a mentality that a lot of people that haven't actually experienced some kind of money or actually talked to whales or actually looked how whales operate thought, right? So here is exactly how whales operate. Let's say the whale joined on a coin here, right? They bought on the early days, they made so much money, right? Let's hypothetically, let's say it's 500x up, this whale, right? Now, of course, whales are early because whales got the informations, whales got the sources, whales got the people, whales got everything, right? So of course they'll go earlier than the crowd. Now the problem with the crowd is like this. The crowd will recognize a coin, but when the crowd will recognize a coin, it's already going to be too late. Like when the normal average person recognizes coins, it's probably too late, right? You can never join earlier than whales because they got tools that you can never imagine. They got like bots, they got so much tools that really you're entering in a big competition phase that you'll never understand. So it's crazy. Now let me demonstrate how whales operate. Like the average investor thought is that, as I said, buying something that got listed on Binance because it's gonna pump like hell, right? Let me demonstrate what happened with SHIB. Now, of course, this is not a black or white thing that's gonna work out 100% all the time, but most of the time, that's how whales operate. So a whale bought here, right? Then a coin like SHIB, for example, is actually going to get listed on Binance at this date, right? This is a chart, that's why I've drawn like this. So what happens? Now, the average person here see this listing of SHIB and they see that SHIB is 500x and all of this type of stuff, and they actually go and think, look, this is going to get launched on Binance, so I'm probably going to go and buy or open a long position like crazy because most of the coins that gets listed will going to pump hard, right? But the whale mentality is completely different than that. Look how it works. So crowd thinks buying on the centralized exchange listing, right? Whales think of selling that. You know why? Because most of the coins, when whales join, whales play this game with huge capital, right? That's why they're called whales. So the problem for whales is even if they made money, they can't actually get out. This is what a lot of people don't get. Like a lot of people see those whales making 500x or 600x and they think like, oh, they're crazy, they can hodl. Listen, there's not a single person on earth that can actually probably hodl 500x with having a clear overview, without having problems, right? You can never wait 500x in a coin without taking profits. This is what you need to understand. It's so hard. Either you forgot about it, either you got problems with liquidity that you can get out like whales are operating, or either you just, as I said, you just forgot about it, because on the 500x gains, there will be some point that you'll cash out a little bit. I'm not saying cash out all, but realistically, no one waits 500x without taking a profit. Like put yourself in this kind of position. A coin goes 500x, you'll actually not take profits. And the problem with this is not a coin doesn't go 500x tomorrow. If it happens like that, it's okay because you didn't notice, right? 500x happen in a matter of 2 years. You go 100x, you get back to 20x, then you go to 120, then you go to 80x, then you go to 300x. You get my point? It's like a chart. You never go like a parabolic upside. So the problem with whales here is that they actually don't have enough, the coin doesn't have enough liquidity for them to get out. So the only thing they're gonna play the game is they need so much funding. So much funding, you know where it comes here. when the exchange listings come. So that's how whales operate. They play the game. So they were early on something, they made money. Now the only thing they can do right now is and actually also work on listing that coin on a centralized exchange, so they can extract the most liquidity here at the top and actually get out, because most of the coins, SHIB and all the memes and also major projects don't have enough liquidity on Uniswap or other chains they are to actually sell multiple millions without affecting the price, right? But when a coin gets on centralized exchange, exchanges buy up the supply of the coin. Probably depends on the deal how it works, because there are different exchanges that got different deals. Plus the crowd money enters, so it's like both an effect for whales. So they're using the crowd mentality and the crowd money to actually get out and sell, right? Now, if you don't believe me, just go and look. Go and look what happened with major coins like SHIB, Pepe, Doge, right? This is when SHIB was listed on Binance. I searched this and it was in 2021, right? This is the date. Let's go to the chart. Here is the listing. Look how crazy it is. Let's go to the daily if you want to see that. So it got listed, right? It got listed here. Could have made some good money, like a 3-4x, right? The first day. Then look how much it crashed. It was crazy. Because whales are smart. They're not going to cash out directly on the first day, right? Look what happened. This is the week, and look how much we crashed. Let me calculate from the week to the bottom. We went down 89%, 90% for a long period of time. Then we again went up, because whales were smart, probably cashed, basically bought more supply, cashed out here, bought a little bit more here, and then they did another ride. So all I'm saying is that most of the coins that get listed on centralized exchanges actually at the beginning sometimes will crash. Now, again, this is not a black or white thing that you can apply this to all the coins. I'm trying to teach you how whales operate and think. I'm not saying that this is strategy is going to work out 100%. Crypto is not a black or white thing where you can actually find this strategy and apply 100%. Sometimes there are coins that pumps like crazy when they get listed on centralized exchanges. Just you gotta be so experienced in this space to understand where this scheme can work and when this scheme can't work. For example, when I refer to SHIB and Pepe and Doge and all of this type of stuff, you might say, yeah, but they're memes. Listen, they're memes, but they gave the most gains. And when they gave the most gains, what happened? They made the most millionaires. They made people the most money. So the scheme is obvious for any kind of coin, right? So keep in mind that whales, that's the mentality, and that's how whales operate. They don't love centralized exchanges because they think they're gonna pump more the coin, right? They love because they want the exit liquidity from the crowd and the exchange by themselves. So that's how whales operate most of the time in crypto.